Q&A. So if you have questions along the way, just pop those in the chat. And we have set aside time at the end of the webinar to make sure that we can answer all of your questions. We'll probably give everyone just maybe 3 more minutes and we'll start sharp at 9:35 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Welcome to everyone. It's wonderful to see there's so much interest, particularly in this region, and we're very excited to share with you more news about the Middle East Traveller Alliance. And I know that everyone will have lots of questions, and we obviously have a exclusive offer that we're going to talk about at the end of the webinar, so make sure you stick around. So this webinar will be recorded as well. So if you would like any follow-up afterwards or the link, I will be happy to provide that. We will also give you a copy of this presentation as well so that you can review any of those details. And as part of the follow-up, I'll provide all of the information needed for you all to make any quotes, make any bookings, get further training. But we might begin about 1 more minute as we've got more. Good morning from DC, Catherine. Thank you very much. Lovely to have you all here today. All right, we seem to have had a, all right. Oh, 1 more. All right, I'm going to get started. Good afternoon from Maryland. It is the night. Oh, it is afternoon. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. It's been an absolute incredible response to this webinar. We have some very exciting things to share with you. I will first of all introduce myself, and then I'm going to hand off to our incredible team, and I'll tell you a little bit about them as well. My name is Katie Anselmi. I'm the North American representative for META, which is the shorthand version for the Middle East Travel Alliance. Despite my accent, I'm actually based in Los Angeles. So I am your point of contact here in the North American market, available in local Pacific time, but you know, all around the clock pretty much. We will help you with any questions that you have, facilitating bookings, furthering your training and education. We'll be engaging through webinars, fam trips, specialist programs, trade shows. You'll start to see us out at a lot more trade shows under the META umbrella, or whether that be under the umbrella of Wheelhouse Travel Alliance as well, if we're there on a co-branded status. But I would love to introduce you now to 2 of our incredible team members who have joined us all the way from Egypt. So I'm very excited to introduce to you 2 of the founders of Middle East Travel Alliance. We first of all have Mr. Khalid. He has an incredible history in the industry, and we are very honored to have him joining us on this call today. And we have Mr. Ibrahim, who is the absolute go-to for everything we need, and he will find a solution for every requirement you need. And I would like to now pass off to Ibrahim. If you have any questions, again, just a reminder, you can pop those in the chat box, and we will be engaging with you in the chat along the way. But also, if you have any questions, we'll keep those for the end, and then Mr. Khalid and Ibrahim will be able to answer those for you. I will pass it off now to Ibrahim. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Katie, for this amazing introduction. Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing good. Again, my name is Ibrahim Khalid, and I'm one of the co-founders of META, the Middle East Travel Alliance. We'd like to welcome you to our presentation today on simplifying travel in the Middle East. We're really excited to introduce you to our new concept, META, and how we believe it will revolutionize the travel industry in the region. Throughout this presentation, we'll be discussing how META can help you grow your business in the Middle East. I'd like to start off the presentation by introducing you to our team and superstars, starting with our founders, Mr. Eid Nawafli, the owner of Jordan Tours, Mr. Khalid Ibrahim, the business development manager at Amisol Travel, and myself, the founder and managing partner at Thrive Agency. Moving on to our team members, Alaa El Farah, who's our business development manager, Zainab Ali, our business development executive, and Ibtisam Al Nouri, our coordinator and operational manager. And of course, last but definitely not least, our international representation team, starting with Lorena Santana, who represents us in the EU and LATAM, Kay Williams in UK and Ireland, and of course, Katie Anselmi in North America. I'll hand it over to Katie to explain to you a little bit more about why the Middle East.
Back again. So just first of all, as we have most of our people in, our participants in now, if you just want to pop in the chat box, how many of you have been to any of these Middle East destinations we're talking about? If you've booked, if you had clients interested, if you have a quote currently on your desk, how comfortable do you feel booking the Middle East? But I first of all wanted to go through some reasons as to why you would look to send your clients to the Middle East, particularly with the regions that we're talking about today, which is Egypt, Jordan, Israel, and Saudi Arabia. Been there, book it, and love the region. Amazing. This is what I hear. It's very life-changing. So firstly, the Middle East is going to offer a blend of, like a perfect blend of ancient and modern attractions. It's very awe-inspiring when you go there. You know, you see these, you know, for example, the pyramids. You see these pyramids, you see them on TV, and then you get there, and the sheer size of them is quite overwhelming. So that's one of the incredible things that we have. There's renowned hospitality. Ibrahim and I were just having a very candid conversation, and I hope you don't mind me sharing, but he was just saying that chivalry is definitely a very big thing in the Middle East, and that's, as a woman, I'm very excited to hear that news. It's lovely to hear that, you know, as a woman, you feel extremely safe traveling there. We will talk a little bit more about that as we go on. The Middle East, again, holds immense significance as a birthplace of Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. So this is a great sort of melting pot of all these different religions, and a great source and an area for a mix of, you know, religion and these three different religions coming together and cohabitating. So, you know, a lot of history there, a lot of very historical sites, very, how would I say it? In terms of spirituality, a very awakening area. The leaders of the Middle East have been very engaged in peace treaties as well, and a lot of diplomatic efforts. So you do see that reflected throughout all of these destinations. And above all, they've actually demonstrated a very impressive recovery when it comes to the tourism sector. We have seen that, you know, we've been working with Meta for at least 3 months now. And as we're launching this in the United States, we've seen a really big interest, and that is replicated on our, as I admit more into our webinar, that is even replicated here on our webinar today. To see this amount of advisors log in from all across the states and showing a keen interest really shows the robust and nature of the Middle East and how we are moving this tourism sector. You can see on the graph there that the Middle East was up 15%, you know, and that's completely attributed to Saudi Arabia opening in 2019. You know, this is a lot of people that have been interested in this region, and I'm glad to be able to bring to you this solution, which will make the Middle East a lot easier for you to book. Thank you, Ibrahim.
Thank you, Katie. Hello, everybody. As Katie said, that the Middle East really look interesting. And it is really a place that many people, they want to travel now, especially after it is the first time in the history it's getting calmer, and the political situation is not anymore in very much conflict, thanks to the treaties between Israel and the Arabs, even Saudi Arabia now and Iran. So the area is what we hope for is to become like a new Europe. And also there is a sign of unified visa, because lately, only 2 weeks ago, Oman and Saudi Arabia, they signed one visa for the two countries. So we hope in the very near future that maybe it will be one visa for the whole Middle East, like just Schengen visa for Europe. So we believe it's really promising. Having said that, for a tour operator to organize a trip to the Middle East, especially about the multi-country tours, especially after Saudi Arabia now just opened doors for tourists. There is quite big ideas of traveling across the borders from Oman to Dubai, from Dubai to Saudi Arabia to Jordan and to Israel and to Egypt. So the border now is really have a big variety of crossing from one country to another. So coming all the way from the United States or from Australia, people who would prefer to go to 2 or 3 countries rather than to go to one. So multi-country tours from the long haul is really, really on high demand. Having said that, there is some obstacles for our tour operator to organize multi-country for the following reasons. First of all, you need to talk to different DMC in different country, asking for quotation from 3 or 2. It depends how many countries you want. Then you need to put the prices together. Then you need to integrate the itinerary, but you are not really oriented with the distance, crossing borders, which border you should cross. For example, between Jordan and Saudi Arabia, there is 3 borders. I had to go myself and to cross every border to understand, and even from the Middle East, to understand which border is good for what. So as you can imagine, for a tour operator abroad, it's really difficult to measure that. As well, if you are planning to trip for multi-country, you have to make 3 payments if you send your client to 3 countries. And 3 payment, that means 3 banking fee. So, and this is additional unnecessary cost. As well, you have to coordinate with all the DMC about the arrival, departure, rooming list, when the time of crossing the border, the time they should be waiting the other side, and any small error that will reflect on the customer, because customer can end up crossing the border and nobody is waiting for them there because of the different time zone or misunderstanding or whatever. Last but not least, that the coordinating is really essential here, and it's really difficult to do it when you are not from the region here. For these obstacles, we came in as a Middle East Travel Alliance with the solutions. So what we did, we collected a bunch of DMC that we know them very well. We know that they're experienced, they are oriented, they know they have a long history in the surface, and they have a good quality. After that, we have created our website where we have selected a pre-set multi-country tours. So any of our partner who want to have a tour idea, he can go to our website and see many tour ideas of a multi-country tour from 8 days to 21 days. So this is a preset tool. It's in our website, and anybody can see this. Also, we offer a smooth, efficient travel arrangement, so you don't have to worry about any of the complication that you might have if you are of organizing your trip by yourself in the Middle East. Also, we have created a single payment, so through our representation USA, so you don't have to pay each of the DMC separately. You just make the payment to our representation USA, and then they will make the payment to the right DMC. Also, we have appointed professional coordinators that they can receive the offer from you and handle it in your behalf with the rest of the Meta members. So you don't have to worry from the time of getting the quotation, request, confirmation, follow up with the customer, and then everything. You don't have to worry about that. You have just deal with our coordinator, and our coordinator will deal with the rest of the members. The service we offer is a pretty standard offer for experienced DMC in the region. We offer FIT. Our DMC creates special travel plans for each FIT, including customized schedule, accommodation, and mode of transportation and unique experience to be provided. Also, MICE, our DMC are experienced in corporate events, offering services such as venue selection, logistics, accommodation, ensuring success of on smooth outcome. Then we offer as well groups, planning groups, travel, providing tailored activities, tours, accommodation, and transportation. As well, all our members, they are very much experienced with the VIP services, such as exclusive vehicles, private plane, luxury accommodation, luxury yachts, boats, dahabiyas, and everything that can be offered for the VIP. About our members, I myself representing Amisol Travel. Amisol Travel is the Egyptian DMC owned 100% by Norwegian Scandinavian tour operator based in Norway and Denmark. We are in the market for more than 30 years. We have our own charter from Denmark and Norway directly to Egypt. So we have served almost more than 1 million travelers over the past 30 years, especially to Egypt. We have as well Jordan Tours. Jordan Tours is the number one DMC, licensed number one DMC in the Petra. It's owned by a very well-known family in Petra called Al Nawafla. Al Nawafla, the family of Al Nawafla, they own about 95% of the hotels in Petra. From there, they extend their activity to the rest of Jordan. We have in Saudi Arabia, Masarak. Masarak is a newly established company, but it is subsidiary from a company that specialized in Hajj and Umrah. Relatively, almost everyone in Saudi Arabia is new in this business because Saudi Arabia just opened the tourism business, non-religion tourism. And but they have the experience of making service for a mass number of pilgrims. So they have it, and with our vision, they decided to go into the tourism, and we hired very qualified staff to do the job. In Israel, we have Laila Tours. Laila Tours is a company that is based in Bethlehem, owned by a Christian Palestinian lady called Laila, over 25 years now. She's specialized in pilgrimage and Christian tourism and individual. She's doing very well. Even she's based on the Palestinian territories, but she provide successful tourism and pilgrimage services in Jerusalem and the rest of Israel. So this is all about our team of members. Sorry.
So guys, of course, as Mr. Khaled previously said, like all of our DMCs are vetted and they have to meet our standards in many different aspects. And one of those aspects is our sustainability. Sustainability has been at the forefront of our vision since the inception of Meta, and we firmly believe it's the way forward towards tourism. All of our DMCs follow our strict sustainability processes, so it's not something that is by choice, it's mandatory. The process itself starts with carbon reduction in mind. So when planning the itineraries, we make sure to choose the most sustainable options when it comes to transportation, accommodation, and so forth, all right? After the itinerary itself is set, then we provide it to the Carbon Footprint Center in Heliopolis University, which they then examine and they calculate how much the carbon emissions of each individual trip. After they do so, of course, all of our trips, as I mentioned, have carbon offsetting in them. All right. So this is part of the prices of the actual trip. Of course, once the booking is made and the trip is finished, we then purchase these carbon credits from something called the Economy of Love. The Economy of Love is something, a project that works on carbon sequestration in Egypt, and it helps like 400 plus farmers to gain additional income. So it's not only about, of course, the carbon offsetting part, but it's also about helping local farmers. So we really love this project.
45,000 farmers.
45,000 farmers. Sorry, I was definitely very far off. So definitely, like when we were choosing the fact to be sustainable and our sustainability process, we made sure to choose a partner that is here in Egypt and to find a project that basically aligns with our vision and to make sure that we're helping the local community as well. Because of course, part of sustainability is finding locally owned DMCs. So all of our DMCs, even Amisol Travel, although the company itself is Norwegian, it's still owned by Egyptians. So all of our companies are owned by locals. This is part of our criteria. Also, all of our companies have to offset. This is also part of our criteria. And of course, finally, the last part, that each individual guest, we provide them with a carbon certificate just to make sure that everything is as transparent as possible. And they have a QR code that they can scan to check like a certificate, a digital certificate of their purchase of the carbon. And they also can check the farmers that they helped with their carbon neutralization of the trip.
Good.
Of course, moving forward towards our booking process. Right now, we're on like stage 1 of our booking system and our platform. Of course, we're enhancing it, but I'll explain to you quickly if you want to work with Meta, how you can do so. So as soon as you reach our website, the most important part of it is the destinations for you, the destinations, multi-country tours, and tailor tour part, right? So when you go to destinations, you'll go, let's say you want to plan a trip to Egypt, you'll visit the page of Egypt, and then you'll find tour ideas. These are carefully created tours by our team to make sure they're all off the beaten path. They have sustainability in mind. They basically embody Meta, so you can check the preview for each tour. And if you find something that aligns with you and your guests, then definitely shoot us an inquiry for the date and all the details that we need. And we'll provide you with the full itinerary and also quotation. And then the same thing for the multi-country tours, of course. And when it comes to tailoring a tour, we've created a sort of elaborate or an interactive form that provides us with your guests' preferences, the duration of the trips, the cities that they want to visit, the type of activities that they want to have, their budget, for us then to create a unique itinerary, especially for them. Of course, this is our first step. As Mr. Khaled mentioned previously, after we confirm the booking and everything, we'll then proceed to send you with a payment link through PayPal through, of course, Wheelhouse Travel Alliance that you can pay through. Okay, this is our first process. Okay, the second stage that we're currently working in is that when you visit the actual page of the destination, you'll be able to view the tour online and then be able to book it online through PayPal. Each agent will have their own unique reference number for us to be able to track and distribute the commission as well. Okay, so the payment can include the right. So let's go back to the presentation. Here we go. Yes. So we'll move on to the conclusion of our presentation. I'll hand it off to Kate.
Thank you very much. So thank you both to Mr. Khalid and Ibrahim for giving us a great overview. There's so much more information that we could be sharing with you, but don't want to take up everyone's time. But I just want to quickly touch on one of the comments that Pamela just put in here. She said that she'd like to see the summary itinerary rather than having to read through it day by day. She's, you know, it's going to tick the boxes for my clients, and it's a summary. I don't have to read through the whole thing, and then from there I can go into have a full inquiry. So that's wonderful. So just to conclude in regards to Meta or the Middle East Travel Alliance, we just wanted to run through a few points as to why Meta would fit for your clients' requirements and for any booking and quoting needs that you have to the Middle East. Obviously, as we touched on, it's a fully vetted network of DMCs that are available and that are going to deliver for the US market. So part of our role as being here in the US as Meta would be that we work with you, the advisors here in country, to make sure that you're getting a seamless experience. So you have myself available to you, but we also have, that higher end relationship as well with Meta. So we go through all of our DMCs, standalone from Meta setting up. Additionally, we as a company here in the United States make sure that all of our DMC partners work within the guidelines of what we know works for the US market. So you have a local contact here in the US, you have email contact, you have online booking capabilities, you have 24 to 48 hours response and turnaround times. We have pre-curated itineraries. We're doing engagement via fam trips. We're doing a lot with our DMCs to make sure that they are able to deliver here in the US market. We do have obviously this very unique proposition at the moment, which is a multi-country tour, which is probably, as we've already established, one of the challenges that were faced prior to Meta entering the market. So this is a very exciting opportunity and a very exciting time for this to be happening. Obviously, Meta has gone through some of their examples of their itineraries, but all of these are extremely unique and do have a focus on sustainability, but everything can be customized. So we work with some incredible suppliers and operators in each of these destinations. And the reason that we've picked these vetted DMCs is because they have those amazing relationships. They're able to deliver that service on the ground. They are a solid company. They're vetted by us. We've gone, we've seen them, we've met them. We know all about them. So, you can trust us that we have made this relationship for you to make this a seamless experience for the Middle East. And then again, hassle-free and seamless coordination. So we get very actively involved. Mr. Khalid is very actively involved in all of the quoting. So with Ibrahim, if you need something done, we can probably work on a project to do that. We're delighted to be working with Meta because they are very responsive when it comes to market. And we have that full service solution for you as a travel advisor. We're looking at, as Ibrahim touched on, with the PayPal opportunities, which would mean that, there's a lot of issues with bank transfers and fees. And when your commissions are getting remitted, you're losing money. So this is things that we're looking at to be new and creative and pioneering in this market when it comes to a DMC direct relationship.
Okay, no, this is the exclusive offer. You know that I've been in the business for 40 years. And I always hear about farm trips. Farm trips is only for the people working. And many times the travel agent, they ask something to do with their family, not only business. So to mix, like business and leisure. So we have created an exclusive offer for travel agents with their family and friends. And we have chosen a school holiday for this exclusive offer, not only for travel agents, but also for travel agents and companion. These trips, we have 5 trips that cover the whole Middle East. Unbelievable. It's from 9th of March till 16th of March. So I know this is during the school holiday in the United States. The first trip, it's 8 days Egypt and Jordan from 9 March to 16th of March. For travel agent, the price is $959. For companion, $1,159. For a regular guest is $1,659. The second trip is 8 days Egypt and Saudi Arabia. It is also the same time from 9th of March to the 16th of March. Agent price is $959 and companion $1,159, and regular price for customer is $1,990. And then we have 9 days Egypt and Israel. It's from the 9th of March till the 17th of March. Sorry, this is my mistake here, 17th of March. And the agent price is $1,490. Companion price is $1,690. Regular price is $2,288. Then we have 12 days for those can afford the longer duration. It's Egypt, Israel, and Jordan. It is from 9 to the 20th of March. Here it's a mistake. Agent price is 1,990, companion 2,290, and regular price is 2,985. Then we have 13 days, Egypt, Jordan, and Saudi Arabia, from the 9th of March till the 21st of March. Agent price 2,990. Saudi Arabia is not cheap at all. Companion is 3,290, and the regular price, this is also a mistake. Sorry, because we did just this offer last minute. Just we wanted to send it by newsletter, but we thought maybe to give the news to you. So I make a mistake in the numbers.
To
Anyway,
just add, Mr. Khalid, you can definitely also, just to get the right prices, Katie has uploaded the itineraries, so you can check them with pictures and all. Really nice designs through this QR code. And I'll let Mr. Khalid continue. I'm sure Katie will also be sending it through after the presentation.
Yes, and also I have a good news. If you manage to sell 4 bookings before or after the trip valid until September 24, for 4 bookings, if you sell 4 bookings with the regular price, you get your trip for free. And if it is after the dates, you will be refunded whatever you paid for yourself. One more thing, we have a series of webinars. So I think Katie will send you this in details, term and condition. We will draw 2 lucky one for the most attending agent on our series of DMCs of webinar, and that it will be half double for free for 2 lucky ones from the most attending agents in our webinar. Thank you very much for listening, and I'm ready to hear any questions.
Thank you very much. So we're going to go through a Q&A at the moment. So with that QR code that you saw on that previous page, I will be sending that as part of the follow-up as well. So on there, you will be able to see all of these different itineraries, and it will link through to the full itinerary so you can read through and understand more about the dates and the costings and the terms and conditions. So yes, we're going to get into some of the questions. I'm going to scroll all the way up because there have been a few. All righty. Everyone's bang. We're getting there. So are we part of any consortia groups? Currently not, as we did discuss. Meta has only been really curated and in creation phase over the last sort of 6 months. So we will be working with consortia. We will be working to get them into the consortia, but that's more of a long play at this stage. So not in any consortia, but we will be working with the host networks. Can these multi-country tours be customized for a private group? Yes, absolutely.
Exactly.
Are you able to help with a visit to Damascus?
Pardon me?
Is Meta able to help with a visit to Damascus?
Not at this. We hope in the future, when Syria will become one of the calm areas in the Middle East.
Monica would like some more information on the 8-day Alexandria, Cairo, and I will send some more to you on that, Monica, as soon as we get off this call. Sarita would know, which ship do we use for the Nile cruise?
We use for the Nile cruise, okay. First of all, you have to understand that Nile cruises are not sustainable, okay? But we are selling the Nile cruises. We are more on focusing on the Habiyas because they are more sustainable and they produce less emissions. But if customer want Nile cruise, of course we offer Nile cruise, and we work with Farah, We work with Sonesta, we work with Oberoi, and we work also with the other few local Nile cruises.
Just to add to Mr. Khaled as well, of course, at the end of the day, our goal here is at Meta is to be sustainable as possible. But sometimes they're unavoidable emissions. And for us, we think it's always better to offset than not to offset. So if somebody's already planning a trip with a Nile cruise, we'll still definitely do it. We do work with Nile cruise, but then we'll make sure to offset it just to, let's say, mitigate the damage. Yeah.
Exactly.
So we have a question regarding the fan packages. So she's asking if they book 4 trips and then they can go along with their people for free. So just, I'm going to clarify that if she books 4 trips as an advisor, that would be the free, but then anyone joining her from the family members, they would still need to pay. Correct me if I'm
Yes,
wrong?
exactly.
Yeah, correct.
Exactly.
Hopefully that answers that question there. Welcome, Andrea, for the first webinar. This is your first webinar with us. Well, it's our first webinar too. So welcome, we're all
I
here
just want
together.
to clarify something, just make sure clarify something to myself. Really sorry, Katie. So what the question meant is that if she's selling, if the 4 people that she's selling are her companion or regular prices, I think for it to be applicable, and I'm going to get back to Mr. Khaled because he's the creator of that. When it comes to regular prices, then she needs to sell 4 of those. But companion and agent prices, of course, it doesn't count.
Right, correct.
Exactly.
All right, Mr. Khaled.
Oh, correct, correct.
Yes.
Can new agents be eligible for the trip? Yes, absolutely. You just need to do the selling as Ibrahim just clarified there. Okay,
The
so
thing
everyone...
is that the main idea of this trip, for me, it will be more effective if the travel agency travel with their family member or husband or friend. Then they will really, really like it so much. So that when they come back, they will just sell it from their own heart because really enjoyed it with the friends, rather just coming alone and jumping from one hotel to another.
And okay, so everyone is asking for a contact. So I have emailed everyone this morning and copied in meta@wheelhousetravel.com. But Ibrahim, if you could please put the hello address in the chat box, and that would be your main email point of contact. I can also be your main point of contact as well for any questions, assistance with itineraries, any further webinars. A lot of that communication will be coming from myself, so I am happy to answer any of those and help you with any booking quote inquiries. Last second for questions. Anyone else? Oh, do any of these trips have spiritual content for those interested?
Of course, it goes by default for Israel and Jerusalem. At the moment, our trips to Saudi Arabia, if this is what he mean or what she mean, of course, it's all the tour ideas now is concentrated on the non-religion road trip. But of course, since our partner is already doing this Hajj, Umrah, and Mecca, Umrah and Hajj for 30 years, of course, we can always include the spiritual part of the trip to Saudi Arabia to Mecca and Medina.
I just want to ask something. Did she mean religious tours or spiritual tours when it comes to meditation and so on? Just to make sure that we're answering the
religious, yeah. All right.
Sorry.
So I understood correct. It's about the Mecca and Medina, right?
Well, maybe typing. Well, we'll wait and I'll reconfirm with you. Yes, correct, Khalid. You were correct.
Okay.
And
Wow.
yes, this webinar is currently recorded, and I will get a link through to you as soon as that's downloaded and communicate all that information. I just wanted to touch a little bit more on the exclusive offer. So just so we can clarify, this exclusive offer for the dates of March 9 through March 16 are for the agents and the companion price, but these itineraries you can on-sell them. to your clients, like your clients and your family, friends can do companion price, or they can book it later. But to get the companion price, they need to be traveling with you. But for the regular price, that can be sold up until, Mr. Khalid, can you please confirm the date band for this?
Can you give me the question again, please?
Can you please give me, so these regular prices for these packages are applicable for bookings up until September, October next year, is that right?
Yes, until until September 2024, excluding New Year and Christmas. You will find 25% increase during Christmas, New Year, and Eastern period. Eastern this year is the end of March. So end of March, 23rd of December and 30th of December. These 3 dates, only these 3 dates, they have a supplement of 25%.
Wonderful. And for the regular price, is that a net rate or is that including commission?
Yes, 15% commission on the regular price, yes. About how many people for the round trips, we estimated we have blocked about 20 rooms for the Egypt and Jordan, so up to 40 people. For Egypt and Israel, we have blocked about 10 rooms. For Egypt and Israel and Jordan, we anticipate 5 rooms. And for Egypt and Saudi Arabia, we have blocked 10 rooms. But we can increase, if there is a high demand, we can increase this number. So altogether, I think it's about 30, 35 or 40 rooms. And about 80 people. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And on the discounted airfare or consolidated airfare rates, yes, we do have a great relationship with an air consolidator, and I will be sending out some information on that so that you can get some net fares on your airfare to accommodate for these itineraries. Well, thank you very much, everyone. I hope that we have had a chance to answer all of your questions. I will download them and make sure that we have all of those answered. And if we've missed anything, I'll let you know. It was wonderful to have you all here with us today. I want to say a massive thank you to Mr. Khalid and Ibrahim for joining us. Again, on the screen there, you will see the Jordan webinar that is coming up. So you can scan that QR code, but I will also send a link to the landing page, which will have all of these series of webinars. So we have, including this one, it's a series of 6. So we look forward to welcoming you on more of those. And if you have any questions in the meantime, you can either email myself or you can email the hello@middleeasttravel.net. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
It's wonderful to have you.
Thank you,
guys.
Thank you. It was wonderful.
And hope to see you guys soon. Thank you.
Yes, it was your friends.
Thank you, everyone. Some great feedback. So thank you very much for sharing that.
Thank you.